Future Carlie here. We decided to break this arch install video down into 4 parts to make it easier for you to watch. However, if you would like to watch the full video, then we have uploaded it as well. If you would like the link to that, send us a message, or you can find it on our Patreon page, which the link for that is in the bottom of the description box. So here is the next part. Thank you for following along. Hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you for the next one. I'm Carlie, and this is Brady. In early 2020, we sold our house and most of our possessions and took our first big leap into living our vagabond dreams. We recently hiked 800 miles of the Appalachian Trail, and now we are purchasing a sailboat to start sailing around the world, all while capturing a creative journal of the journey. We hope to inspire you to live your own dreams. Subscribe, and thanks for watching. So it is time for us to do some test fitting because we don't want to bolt everything up, lift the arch up, and well, start bolting everything, get it covered in 5200 and then it not fit. So we're going to test fit everything before we cover it in 5200. So let's look at Brady. He's already down in the hole, working on fitting, which he probably needs me to give some counter pressure over here. Yeah, those are not going down from my current angle.
They're not going down?
Oh, there we go, there we go.
Well, I pulled the plate off.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm not in a very good spot to be able to push on it. I'm a little too far.
What is this one?
You keep moving the thing around.
Yeah.
He said it was forward starboard, but keep moving. Man, it's bright behind you. Very dark. So when we got one of those to go on better, but the little metal backing plates, these guys, it would not go on. So obviously a screw, one of the bolts was being pushed far enough angle.
Drilled them all out a little bigger.
That works.
I don't know if I should do more than that.
Well, we can test that, right?
Yeah, we can test that.
It's gonna be a hot one, guys. It's gonna be a hot one. Do you want me to climb in there and do it?
That's right. Oh, that just stabbed me.
What?
The plate. Don't worry about it. Just,
Did it fall on your foot?
yeah.
Oh.
And the corner hit me.
Yeah, that didn't feel good. It's a big chunk of plastic.
Carlie is going into the depths of the boat
The aft
with
cabin.
Yeah, aft cabin.
With my arm into the depths.
Yeah, with our backing plate covered in 5200.
Yummy.
And we're
But
gonna
not really, don't touch it.
Yeah, don't touch it. It gets everywhere.
I was just telling Brady, whatever you're attaching, whatever you're gluing with the 5200 is going to disintegrate before the 5200. So.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I gotta turn you back up. I turned you down too low. Alright, I'm sticking my arm into the depths. The 5200 on there, it's a lot harder to see where your holes are. This is us installing only one side of the feet for the arch. This is our difficult corner to reach, and we recorded it. It took us about 45 minutes and was definitely the longest to make it work. It was the hardest to reach. The other one on this side we did not record at all, and it was not the easiest. Brady had to do it because his arms were longer to reach the back. But I did this first one, and we decided to get the rough one over with first, so that way hopefully the others would go easier and be less stressful. So what we would do is 5,200 the piece and hold the legs to try and lift it up there with the screws. And then Brady would cockeye the screws to try and hold the piece up there because it did not stay without being held. And then I would add the next piece. He did have to come 5,200 the metal backing that comes with the stand and bring that to me while I was holding it up there. And then he switched to cockeying one of the screws and holding that while I then added that metal backing. And I just stayed there while he added 5,200 to the deck plate because we needed to do that. We also wanted to 5,200 down in the holes where the screws went, just to make sure there was no leakage and keep the decking fully covered. This was kind of hard then to get them up. I had to push from the inside and he would 5,200 and then put them back down. There was a lot of gooping in the inside. So if you are doing this, make sure that if it does fall, that it's not going to get on anything that cannot be 5,200. Once we got it to this point, one of those screws we could not get out. So we did just cover it in 5,200, which you'll see in a bit. And then he would cockeye again and I would add the washers. We added a washer and then a locking nut. And so I would screw the locking on nut enough that it would, he held with the screwdriver, held the middle one. That's the first one I did. Enough so I could get the couple of turns on with the locking nut before holding it with the wrench and him using the drill to tighten that. But once that nut was on there partially, then I could let go and not worry because there was at least that there to hold the backing plate, which we used starboard, and the little backing plate that they gave us up without me having to hold it with my arm. Boat projects, boat yoga, it is uncomfortable and tight, and you just, make it work. Went through lots of gloves. 5,200 somehow was just everywhere. Don't really know how that happens, but it's everywhere. So at this point now, he's got the extender, drilling on in that first screw, tightening it up. I had to adjust my hand several times to be able to get the nut all the way up. Just pause, readjust, try again. I did at one point get my hand jammed in there, so do be careful about your angle or be ready for that last little bit. Make sure you have a good hold on it. We did use our cell phones and we were on a phone conversation with each other so we wouldn't have to yell through the deck because I hate doing things like that. So we did have our phones on and we were on a phone speaker conversation to make talking to each other easier. Prep for the next set of washers. Does get painful on the hands, so yeah. And I did take my watch off beforehand and anything else that I didn't want to get covered in 5,200. So each one we just talked about whether we were going to do port aft, starboard aft, port forward, or starboard forward. And then that was how we determined which one, with me attaching the washer and then attaching the locking nut and then screwing it on. And we did each one like that, working from, we did center first because it was going to be the most difficult to reach after the others were in place. And then we worked for the further aft, the port side, and then over to the starboard side. Another thing to keep in mind is that the 5200 really does kind of gush out once it's tightened and up there. So just be prepared for that as well. Again, like I mentioned before, make sure that if it does end up glooping and dropping, that it's not going to land on anything important. So we did a test fit before we put the 5200 on, just to make sure that all of the bolts go down through and it fits on okay, fits in the space okay, that sort of thing. Here's the one I mentioned where we squirted the 5200 on top because we couldn't get that last bolt out after we had attached all the others with the nuts and screwed them in.
I don't know which side is the deck side, so...
I'll fit it first.
Yep.
Let's do that, yeah. Okay, where's the silver plate?
Stand by.
Standing by. Can you get that one to go in? Yep, alright. Okay. Cool, cool.
So let's bring it down and lather it up.
Yep.
This side?
Yep, lather that side. Lather it up. We could 5200 your Chaco, and then you could wear your Tevas while it dried.
That's a good plan.
I think we should do that. What now?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome. So we really need to get away from this guy, huh? That screw is completely useless.
Just because it's not actually screwing in.
Yeah. It's not, yeah.
Great, I set my handle down in.
Sorry, it's just... You just have to laugh. Or you'll go insane. Man, these gloves don't do too well for wiping sweat off your forehead.
Okay.
All
Done with
right.
the holes.
Yes, you did. Buttery goodness, huh? Okay, so where are them holes at? Right there. Alright, alright.
You ready for the metal plate?
No, you gotta help. I can't find the holes.
Ow, ow, ow. All right, everybody, we mounted our foot pads with some 5200 marine sealant and bolted them in place. And now it is time to put the
Thing up.
arch in place.
Guys, we have success. It's up and it's dead level, right, Brady? Yeah. We should try and collect how many hours it took us, because it's not really days. We didn't work sun up to sundown.
Yeah. We worked like 10 to 4 with like a 2-hour lunch break.
Yeah.
And Home Depot trips, but we
Yeah.
didn't include those.
Yeah. Man, sweet. Sweet, sweet.
Can't look even better with a couple of massive solar panels.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Make a nice shade. It'll shade the nav seat too. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yep. Helm position.
Yeah, helm seat. Sorry, I'm trying to walk and film at the same time. Sweet. It's gonna look even better when we get our name on there.
Yep.
She's up.